Good evening, everyone, to my fellow researchers and presenters. But before I start my talk or my presentation, I would like to thank the EdCore for giving me this opportunity. My title is all about the effects of craft on writing skills of students. Writing is an essential micro skill that students must develop as it is crucial for academic success, professional communication, and personal expression. It goes beyond the mere act of putting words on paper, encompassing various cognitive and communicative and creative dimensions. Writing not only enhances students' competencies in academic disciplines, but also fosters their social and emotional development. Despite its importance, writing is often challenging, especially for ESL learners, who may struggle with grammar, vocabulary, and expression. Traditional teaching methods can make writing seem tedious, but innovative strategies like the rafts or the role, audience, format, topic, and its enhanced version, the craft, content, role of the writer, audience, format, and topic, offer engaging and structured approaches that help students organize their ideas, understand their audience, and develop a purpose-driven writing style. These strategies are particularly effective for Filipino ESL students, providing them with the tools to express their thoughts, dreams, and aspirations clearly and creatively. So the study aimed to determine the effects of craft on the writing skills of senior high school learners using the craft strategy. Specifically, it sought answers to the following questions. The first problem: what are the levels of writing skill of the students along the following before and after their exposure to craft? A. Content. B. Grammar. C. Vocabulary. D. Mechanics. And E. Fluency. Second problem: is there a significant difference in the level of students' writing skills before and after their exposure to craft? And third, what are the students' perceptions using craft in their writing class? This study used the non-experimental, not one group pre-test and post-test research design, as seen on the figure 2 or the research design. And the study involved 30 grade 12 students for school year 2023-2024 of Luzong National High School in Luba District, Luzong, Luba, Abra. And the data gathering instruments used were writing proficiency tests and the interview guide. The writing proficiency test, or the WPT, was adopted and validated to measure the level of the writing skills of the students, and it comprises instructions and prompts to be followed by the learners, which is also consists of a question about the specific writing purpose, style given by the researcher. Moreover, an adapted and modified six-scoring rubric was used to determine the results of the writing tests. On the other hand, the interview guide or a short interview was conducted the students to know their perception using the craft strategy in writing. And the data collection for this research spanned 10 weeks, beginning with a pre-test orientation and briefing the craft strategy in week 1. Weeks 2 to 9 involve implementing the strategy through weekly 1-hour sessions that integrated it into writing lessons, where students practice crafting responses individually and in groups. Week 10 was dedicated to use a post-test, which, like the pre-test, used the validated and proctored writing proficiency test, or the WPT, to assess the students' functional writing skills. The WPT results were rated by the researcher and 2 other English teachers using a rubric-based scoring system. Following the post-test, interviews were conducted to gather students' perceptions of the craft strategy and evaluate its effectiveness in improving their writing skills. Here are the results and findings of the study. For problem number 1, before exposure to C.R.A.F.T, students' overall writing skills were at satisfactory level with the mean of 16.055, and then after the intervention, their writing skills remained at satisfactory level with the mean of 19.589. In terms of sub-skills, content improved from very satisfactory with the mean of 3.933 to very satisfactory with the mean of 4.656. And grammar improved from satisfactory with the mean of 3.110 to very satisfactory with the mean of 4.033. Vocabulary improved from satisfactory with the mean of 3.111 to very satisfactory with the mean of 3.945. And mechanics improved from satisfactory with the mean of 3.133 to very satisfactory with the mean of 3.556. And however, fluency remained at a satisfactory level, improving slightly from the mean of 2.767 to the mean of 3.399, indicating a need for further focus on this aspect. To further understand and analyze the result of problem number 1, here is the table 1, or the level of writing skills of students before and after the exposure to C.R.A.F.T strategy. For the overall, the mean of 16.055 under satisfactory, which had a slight improvement to 19.589 with a satisfactory level. Problem number 2. There is a significant difference between the level of students' writing skills before and after the exposure to C.R.A.F.T strategy. So you can see on the table, with the content, grammar, vocabulary, mechanics, fluency, and as a whole, they have the degrees of freedom. They have the same degrees of freedom and p-value of 0.000, which means that the null hypotheses are rejected. And problem number 3, students perceive the C.R.A.F.T strategy as promoting organization and clarity, ease of use in writing, and motivation. Based on the findings of the study, the researcher concluded the following. The students' overall writing skills along with content, grammar, vocabulary, and mechanics improve after the exposure to C.R.A.F.T strategy. However, further focus may be needed to enhance fluency using the strategy. The C.R.A.F.T strategy substantially impacts student writing skills. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected, suggesting no difference between students' writing skills before and after exposure to C.R.A.F.T. This indicates that implementing the C.R.A.F.T strategy improves students' writing skills. Then number 3, students perceive the C.R.A.F.T strategy as promoting organization and clarity, easy to understand, and increased motivation. Thus, these perceptions lead to the improvement of their writing skills. Based on the conclusions drawn, the recommendations are as a result of this forwarded. Number 1, C.R.A.F.T strategy may be utilized as one of the additional strategies for improving students' writing skills. Number 2, conduct further research to deepen the understanding of the mechanisms underlying the effectiveness of C.R.A.F.T strategy and its long-term impact on students' writing skills and academic achievement. Here are the references. Thank you so much for listening, and once again, good evening.